Of the NBC5 Academic Challenge, NBC5 News meteorologist Jeff Heaton.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to NBC5's Academic Challenge. The two teams fighting it out for tonight are going to be North Valley versus Glendale. Now, before we go through the rules of the show, let's introduce the stars of the show. We start with North Valley and a junior, Daphne, Lyda. Next to Daphne, a senior, Mason, Kriz. Next to Mason, a senior, Kayla, Wade. And next to Kayla, a junior, Anna, Patch. And the coach for North Valley, Greg Patch. And now for Glendale, we start with a junior, Justice Candalis. Next to Justice, a sophomore, Scott Omert. Next to Scott, a sophomore, Blake Mitchell. And next to Blake, a sophomore, Cody Brown. And the coach for Glendale, Javier Valdez. So here's how we play the game, the first round anyway. I'll ask questions that are worth 10 points if answered correctly. 5 seconds to respond after I finish reading the question. 15 seconds on some math questions. I'll announce those in advance. And keep in mind, the judge's decision is final, even if the outcome of the game is affected. So let us begin. Toss up, both teams. This is a geography question. When West and East Germany were reunited, they named a new capital. What is the capital of Germany? Mason.
Berlin.
Berlin is correct. Next question has to do with economics. Before and during the 1930s, banks failed regularly, losing depositors millions of dollars. What organization was formed to ensure bank deposits? Cody.
FDIC.
That is correct. Oh boy, let's rejoice. We have a 15-second math question. This is the math question, 15 seconds to answer. Listen carefully. What would 3 to the 6th power equal? $729 is the correct answer. Okay, back to 5 seconds to respond. Science question here. Both teams. These animals breathe through gills in the larval stage and through lungs as adults. Cody.
Amphibians.
That's what we're looking for. Next question, both teams, a history question. In 1867, William Seward negotiated the purchase of this land from Russia for $7.2 million. Mason.
Alaska.
Alaska is correct. Next question, a science question. With an atomic weight of 92, what is the heaviest naturally occurring element? Cody?
Lead.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. With an atomic weight of 92, what is the heaviest naturally occurring element? Anna?
Iron.
It's uranium. Next question, both teams, geography. Helsinki is the capital of what country? Finland is the correct answer. Next question, an anatomy question. The retina is the inner part of the eyeball. The middle part is the choroid. What is the outer, Anna?
Cornea.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. The retina is the inner part of the eyeball. The middle part is the choroid. What is the outer part called? Cody.
Lens.
We were looking for sclera. Next question, both teams, history. What was the second capital of the Confederacy during the Civil War? Mason.
Lynchburg.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. What was the second capital of the Confederacy during the Civil War? What a lot of people don't know is the first one was Montgomery, Alabama. The second one was Richmond, Virginia, most of the war. Toss-up question, both teams, history. This was a name given American colonial militia, given the special name...
Minutemen.
Mason?
Minutemen.
Minutemen's what we're looking for, yes. Next question, both team, arts. The technique of creating a pattern or picture with small bits of colored glass or stone set into a wall, Kayla.
Mosaic.
That's what we're looking for. Next question, both teams, literature. In Irish superstition, this is a pygmy sprite, sometimes in Mason.
Leprechaun.
That is correct. Both teams, odds and ends. What is the monetary unit of Argentina, Bolivia, Chile, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Philippines? Kayla?
The peso.
That's what we're looking for. Next question, both teams, science. The two belts or zones of Earth lying between the tropics and polar circles are called what? Cody?
Hemispheres?
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. The two belts or zones of Earth lying between the tropics and polar circles are called what? We're looking for temperate zones. Toss-up question now. Geology, both teams. A more or less conical hill or mountain from which, when active, steam, gases, Mason?
Volcano?
Volcano is correct. Oh boy, time for another math question. 15 seconds to answer. Listen carefully. Multiply the following. 2.6 times 1.5. What's the total? Anna.
No answer.
Okay, I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. Multiply the following. 2.6 times 1.5. What is the total? Justice.
4.8.
It's 3.9. Toss-up question, both teams, geography, both teams. A narrow country stretching through 38 degrees of latitude in South America, the capital...
Chile.
Mason?
Chile.
Chile is correct. Toss-up question, both teams, odds and ends. Northwestern University is part of the Big Ten Athletic Conference, very well known in many educational areas. What state? Mason?
Ohio.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. Northwestern University is part of the Big Ten Athletic Conference, very well known in many educational areas. What state would you find Northwestern University? Cody?
Washington?
Illinois. Toss-up question, both teams, government. This person from Indiana was vice president under George Bush Sr. from 1989. Mason?
Dan Quayle.
That is correct. This toss-up for both teams is in geography. What is the capital of Maryland? Daphne?
Annapolis.
That is correct. Next question for both teams is a geography question. Which of the 5 Great Lakes is farthest to the west? Anna?
Michigan.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. Which of the Great Lakes is the farthest to the west? Cody?
Lake Superior?
Lake Superior is correct. Next toss-up is a literature question. Who wrote Winnie the Pooh and the House at Pooh Corners? I didn't know either. Alan Milne. Toss-up question, both teams. This is an English question. A shortened form of a word or group of words used in writing to save time and space is called... Mason?
Contraction.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. A shortened form of a word or group of words used in writing to save time and space is called what?
Pronoun.
Justice?
Pronoun.
We were looking for abbreviation. Next question, both teams, a geology question. What is the point on the Earth's surface directly above an earthquake's focus called? Daphne?
Epicenter.
That's what we're looking for. Next question, a literature question. Who wrote The War of the Worlds? Mason?
H.G. Wells.
That is correct. Now we got a geography question for both teams. What's the second largest continent? Kayla?
Africa.
That's correct. Toss-up, both teams, a history question. A celebrated Venetian traveler who died in 1324. Blake?
Marco Polo?
That's what we're looking for. Next question, a science question. This is defined as a mixture of metals or an inferior metal. Cody?
Element?
Excuse me?
Element?
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for North Valley. This is defined as a mixture of metals or an inferior metal mixed usually with gold or silver. What word am I looking for? We were looking for alloy. That's round one. We'll come back with round two right after this. Valley at 130, Glendale at 40. But now we begin round two, and we played a little bit differently. Here's how we played it. Still have those toss-up questions to both teams, worth 10 points if answered correctly, 5 seconds to respond after I finished reading them, 15 seconds on those math questions, and oh yeah, we still got a few. But this time when a team answers a toss-up question correctly, they will receive a 10-point bonus question just for them. Speaking of which, the 15-second math questions, guess what? That's what we'll start with for both teams. This is 15 seconds to answer this. Listen carefully. Give me 15% of 260. Kayla.
39.
That is correct. Now we have a bonus question just for North Valley. This is a geography question. The largest city of South Africa in the northeast part of the country, northwest of Durban. Founded in 1886 after the discovery of gold nearby, it is a major industrial center. What city is this? Captain.
Timbuktu.
Johannesburg. Toss-up question, both teams. This is a history question. Both teams now. This was an English philanthropist, especially celebrated as a hospital nurse during the Crimean War. Who was she? Florence Nightingale is who we were looking for. Math question, 15 seconds to respond. Listen carefully, here we go. Multiply 99.2 times 5. What is the total? Justice.
496.
That is correct. This is a bonus question just for Glendale. It's a history question. American politician and revolutionary leader. He was president of the Continental Congress from 1775 to 1777. He later served 9 terms as governor of Massachusetts. Who was he? Captain.
I don't know.
No answer? John Hancock is who that was. Toss-up question now, both teams. Geography. I'm looking for 2 capitals. Name the capitals of Tennessee and Vermont. Anna.
Nashville and Mount Raleigh.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. I'm looking for 2 capitals. Name the capitals of Tennessee and Vermont. Cody.
Nashville and Richmond.
The one that was missing from both, Montpelier. This is the correct answer. Toss-up question now. Both teams, odds and ends. In golf, this is a word given a score on one hole that is 2 strokes below. Mason.
Birdie.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. In golf, this is a word given a score on one hole that is 2 strokes below the par for that particular hole. Blake.
Double bogey.
It's an eagle is what it's called. Toss-up question now. Both teams, odds and ends. In what state would you find the home of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame? Mason.
Idaho.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. In what state would you find the home of the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame University? Cody.
Massachusetts.
Indiana is the correct answer. Toss-up question, literature, both teams. This is a novel by Charles Dickens in which Pip, the poor hero, is educated as a... Kayla?
Great Expectations.
That is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley. This is a literature question. This was an Irish writer whose literary innovations have had a profound influence on modern fiction. His works include Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake. Who was this?
Bryce Cloyd.
James Joyce is the correct answer. Toss-up question now, both teams. Geography. One of the most highly developed countries in Latin America. This country proclaimed its independence from Spain in 1816. Mason?
Costa Rica.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. One of the most highly developed countries in Latin America. This country proclaimed its independence from Spain in 1816. Buenos Aires is the capital. What country is this? Cody?
Colombia.
It's Argentina. Toss up, both teams, government. This Republican was the 34th president of the... Anna?
Eisenhower?
Eisenhower's correct. Bonus question just for North Valley geography. In July 1998, a tsunami killed about 2,000 people on an island that lies across the Torres Strait from Australia. Name this island.
Zealand?
New Guinea is the correct answer. Toss-up question, both teams, geography. A country of Southwest Africa bordering on the Atlantic Ocean. Luanda is the capital and the largest city. What country is this? Mason?
Madagascar.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. A country of Southwest Africa bordering on the Atlantic Ocean. Luanda is the capital and largest city. What country is this? Angola is the correct answer. History, both teams. A Greek philosopher, follower of Socrates. He founded... Mason?
Aristotle.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the entire question for Glendale. A Greek philosopher, follower of Socrates. He founded the academy where he taught and wrote for much of his life. The person presented his ideas in the form of dramatic dialogues, as in the Republic. Who was he? I didn't catch who got that.
Plato.
Plato is correct, Blake. Thank you. Bonus question just for Glendale, a Shakespeare question. In which play is the line, "It is a wise father that knows his own child"? It's a bonus question. Go ahead and talk it over.
Maybe we just say Romeo and Juliet. Macbeth. King Lear. Okay. King Lear.
It was The Merchant of Venice. Toss-up question, both teams. This is a geography question. What is the largest mountain in Africa? Daphne.
Mount Kilimanjaro?
That is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley, literature. According to Homer's Odyssey, how many years did the Greeks fight at Troy? Captain, need an answer.
13.
10 is the correct answer. Toss-up question, both teams now. Science. What element is recognized by the symbols? Capital C, small u. Anna.
Copper?
Copper is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley, geography. The Jordan River flows between what two nations?
Israel and Jordan?
That's correct. Toss up, both teams, English. A poem or series of lines in which certain letters, usually the first in each line, form a name, motto, or message when read in sequence is called what? Anna?
Acrostic poem?
That is correct. Bonus question just for North Valley. This is explorers. He lived from 1465 to 1522, a Spanish soldier. He accompanied Columbus to West Indies on his second voyage. He was the first governor of Cuba and founded Havana. Who was he? Captain?
Vespucci?
Yeah, he was one of the, I'd say, discreet ones. Diego Velazquez is his name. And that's it. We'll come back and tally the score after this. We had North Valley at 200 and Glendale at 60. Now, while Glendale has been eliminated from the tournament, but I see a sophomore, a sophomore, a sophomore, and a junior, so I still say you'll be back. It'll just be next year, that's all. And North Valley is the winner of tonight. Kayla Wade, a senior, is the captain. Tell me, Kayla, have you got any kind of college plans around?
Yeah, I'm looking at 4 colleges right now. Vassar, Swarthmore, Washington and Lee, and Lewis and Clark.
Excellent. Let's wish you good luck on that. Any kind of major in mind?
My top majors are communications and international relations.
Well, excellent. I definitely hope for the best for you there. Next week, we have Eagle Point versus Grants Pass. Please join us then.